So let's get with a small story, right? Let's sort of summarize the thing, right? What happens is this: you should always have this, whenever you see a profit and loss question, from the question, from a person's perspective, what is the selling price, what is the cost price, and what is the profit or loss amount or profit or loss percentage, right? They would give you two of these three, right, directly, or maybe you might have to apply it twice, right, where you find from someone else the selling price or cost price, the clue is given from which you find them, and then finally you have to apply the formula, because you know two things and you have to find the third thing. That's always going to be the structure of a problem. There will be no solution fundamentally without having this idea of giving two of these three and then asking you to find if it's a profit and loss generally, right? So let's sort of the same formula. We have just done three cases, so actually it's case 2 and case 3 sort of it. So when we know selling price and cost price, so we can find the profit and loss in rupees or dollars, the absolute thing, and the profit or loss percentage. The profit and loss formula is selling price minus cost price. If cost price is more than selling price, obviously I would get a loss, right? Negative value. That would be loss, would be a negative value. If it's greater, selling price is greater, I'll get a positive value, that's profit. The profit or loss percentage is the selling price minus cost price by cost price into 100, right? So I can find it if I get an information giving me selling price and cost price and ask me to find this parts, this is how I find it, right? It can happen that I give you cost price, I give you that he sold at a profit or loss for some percentage, and ask you what is the selling price, right? So selling price is cost price plus the profit or loss. If loss is minus 200, that would be, if cost price is 1000, so it will become 1000 minus 200. If I made a profit, it will become 1000 plus 200, right? If it's a profit, if it's a loss, that's how the signs would be. If it's in the percentage, right, I have to do cost price plus percentage of cost price. If I sold a product at cost price 100 rupees and I made a profit of 10%, that is 10% of cost price. Sometimes I find students seeing that because they gave selling price and not cost price, they do the 10% of profit or loss on selling price and then add or subtract from selling price. Please do not do it. You only use this part when I know the cost price. This cost price plus the profit or loss percentage is always done of cost price, right? That's the base value that you need to use. So 10% of 100 is the cost price. That's 10 plus 100. That's 110. I know selling price is 110 for this, right? That's how you do it. The type is I give you selling price, I give you profit or loss percentage or profit or loss amount and ask you what is the cost price. Simple. Cost price is selling price minus profit or loss amount. So here it's minus, right? If I made a positive profit, I would be subtracting. If I sell a product at 200 rupees, that's my selling price, and I made a profit of 200 rupees, I sell minus 200. That's 1000, right? I sell a product at 200, I made a loss of minus 200. This will be minus of minus is plus, so that will be 1400 is my cost price, right? You have to be careful on that. Something similar for this also. The formula for cost price is selling price by 1 plus or minus profit or loss percentage. I use whatever is the sign. If it's profit, I use plus. If not, I have to do minus, right? We will solve some questions to give you clarity, but just still, let's take the selling price is 120 and I sold at a profit of 20%, right? So that will be 1 plus 20%. That's because profit. 20% is 20 by 100, as I said, right? That's 0.2. That's 120 by 1.2. That's 100 rupees is my cost price, right? You can always find, see, it's the same formula, okay? This is the same formula that is being changed in this way and this way based on what is being asked to be found, right? Nothing different. I'm just playing around the same variables, the three variables, to put it in an equation form. If you are someone who likes to not remember formulas, right, just remember this formula. Cost price plus profit or loss percentage of cost price is selling price, and everything you can find by assuming whatever you don't know as a variable, and the rest all you fill it and you can fill that, right? Again, we do recommend always the students to pass the video, right? These questions would be at a basic level. You can indeed try them based on the concepts we have covered. If you are confused, do look at the explanation which is provided earlier, right? Do it till you get clarity. Yes, we do solve it now, but it's always good to try it on your own and then give it a shot and then look at the solution, right? So let's look at this. It says a shopkeeper purchased a book for rupees 500 and sold it for rupees 800. What is the profit percentage earned by the shopkeeper from his book? So see, understand, always my eyes should look for cost price, selling price, right? Profit or loss percentage, right? They gave me cost price of book is 500 rupees. They gave me selling price is 800 rupees and they are asking me to find this, right? So what is the formula for this? As we have discussed, SP minus CP by cost price into 100. That's 800 minus 500 by 500 into 100, right? That's 300 by 500, right, into 100, right? That's gonna be 320, 60%, right? That's the profit. 60% is the profit percentage, and the profit value is 800 minus 500 is 300 rupees, right? That's the question. Now look at the next question, right? Again, pass and try it, right? Now let's purchase the book for rupees 500. So the cost price is given as 500 and sold it at a loss of 20%, right? They gave that I made a loss of 20%. What is the price of book at which the shopkeeper sold the book to the customer? So they are asking me to find the selling price of the book for shopkeeper, right? What did we say? The selling price is cost price plus or minus the loss percentage or profit percentage, right, of the cost price. I know that I made loss, so I have to do minus. So that is 500 minus 20% of 500. That's 20 by 100 into 500, right? That's basically 100. 500 minus 100 is 400 rupees. So that's my selling price of the book, right? Same, I know cost price, I know loss or profit percentage, and I'm asked to find the selling price. Now see this one, right? Again, pass and try. A shopkeeper sold a book for rupees 300. So that says the selling price is rupees 300, right? He made a profit percentage of 50%. They're asking me what is the cost price, right? Again, we know two things. We can obviously find the third one. The formula is selling price by 1 plus profit percentage. That is 300 by 1 plus 50%. 50% is 50 by 100. That's 0.5 in decimal or 1 by 2 in fraction, right? That's 300 by 1.5. That's gonna be 200, right? So the cost price is 200 rupees, right? So see, if you are not comfortable with these formulas, it is in the very early phase, right? If you have not observed the formulas in this pattern, do take a pass and try to imbibe into your, like trying and practicing them by looking back at these formulas, right? If you are not someone who's comfortable using the formulas and you feel that it's good to understand concept and solve them, but yeah, then also go with this same selling price is cost price plus the profit percentage of cost price, right? So what would I do? Selling price is 300, the cost price is unknown, so I would take x, 50% of x, right? That is x plus 50 by 100 into x. That's right, 1 2s are, that's 3x by 2 or 1.5x is equals to 300. So 1.5 200s are, so x is 200 rupees, right? It's the same thing, like it's just that I'm sort of cutting a 1 or 2 steps by using this formula is what going to give me this formula as well, right? So don't worry if you are not remembering these formulas. Do take a note and then try to use them. Once you solve few problems, it will be very easy for you to use these formulas.